Hey guys, welcome to another episode of NetSec Now. Today what we're going to discuss is Google Dorking. I've had a lot of requests since we put out the SQL injection or SQLI videos and the subsequent website hacking series we've been discussing and going over. So I want to do this in multi-parts only because it takes a while to get familiar with even the basics of Google Dorking. And what Google Dorking basically is it's an advanced feature built into Google search engine that allows you to target keywords, target URLs, and file types and sites and things like that. So it'll be a multi-part series. Like I said, we're going to start off today with the very basics and understanding how it kind of works. I do have, I believe, one example to show you in certain aspects of, certain things we're going to use in terms of the actual Google Dorks themselves. Now, once you understand the basics, you can see that, there's a wide array of things you can actually do with Google Dorking. So this helps us as pen testers to narrow things down to one particular website. Like say if we're working for, xyz.com and they say, hey, we want you to do a pen test on, our web application, our website, the security of it, a login system, the database, the whole nine yards. Now that's not including obviously the actual server itself, which you would be using Metasploit and things like that. So let's get right down to it. I created a very basic text file here with some of the common simple Google Dorks. So we're going to go over them one by one. So you have all in text, and that basically searches for occurrences of all the keywords given. So you type in all in text, colon, quote, admin area or something, end quote, and hit search on Google. That's pretty much, it's going to search for all the keywords on a given website, any kind of metadata that's in the website. So the next one you have is in text. Now that's going to it's kind of like all in text, but it searches for the occurrences of keywords all at once or one at a time. They're very similar, so it's up to you. I usually just use in text unless you want to be very specific. In URL, you've seen that in the SQL map, for beginners video that we made. If not, check out our channel and review that before we go any further. In URL is basically you're specifying a URL and parameters to look for. So, let's say all in in URL colon. It always has to the Google Dork always has to end with a colon. Or I'm sorry, start with a colon after the actual syntax of what you're putting it in. So it's in URL colon quote www.site.com /admin login.php or something, end quote. Right. All in URL, basically the same idea as all in text and in text. Searches for a URL matching all of the keywords in the query. In title, there's a title tag in websites, whether you're using HTML or PHP or whatever. If you're not familiar with that, you can go to w3schools.com and learn some more about HTML. But in title basically searches for what comes up on the title of a page. In fact, if we open up our web page here, you can see that the title actually says Learn Network Security TAC NetSec Now. So if we wanted to search for anything with NetSec Now, we would do that. And we're going to use a few examples here. I'm going to show you in just a minute. So all in title, again, same thing. Site specifically searches that particular site and lists all the results for that site. So again, site colon quote www.learnnetsec.com end quote. And you could search that specific site, and then you could put something after that, like you want to search for forums or blog or comments or something. And again, we'll be doing some examples here. File type is pretty interesting because you can search for file types only that end in .php, .txt, .pwd, any file extensions that match a certain type that you're looking for. So like if you're looking for just text files or PDFs or something like that, you could do that. So link searches for external links to pages. So if you want to see, what pages are linked to it, you can use that. Num range, I've actually never used this one, used to locate specific numbers in your searches. And date range, also used for specific or particular date range. So let's go ahead and step through some of these. I'm not going to go through all in text. I'm going to use in text, which is really common, in URL, in title, site, and file type. So you can actually combine the Google Dorks in the syntaxes in the search engine itself, and we'll go through that as well. So basically what I want to do here is I'm going to open up Google. I already have a website that I found that I want to search for some content. So what I want to do is go site colon, and I think I'm going to go ahead and put the quotation mark here, and I want to search for admin login. Now you can see that all of the results down here are going to come up with snowcountry.com. Okay, and you're going to see here where it says admin login, that's part of the metadata of the actual websites. It's hard coded in there, it's a link. You can see the very first link obviously points us directly to the admin area, right? So if we went ahead and clicked on that, we'd be in the admin area. So you can kind of see how that works. Now, putting the text after it's kind of like putting in text colon, quote, and end quote here. It's the same idea. So you could see here, it'll be highlighted though when you put in text. It'll be bolded. So that's basically how that works, and that's combining both in text and specifically that site. Now let's go down to the next one here. Actually, if you want to just do in text just to show you, and you just want to blanket Google and try to find everything with admin login in the text of the website somewhere, you can go ahead and do that. So you can see our very first link here is some sort of librarian admin login, and if we went ahead and clicked on that, you can see it's a login page here for some sort of librarian stuff or something. Now again, in text is kind of, unless you specify the actual website that you're working with, is going to give you every result in Google that has the words admin login in somewhere in the text of the website. Now let's go ahead and step down to the next one here, in URL. Okay, so you could probably remember if you watched the SQL map SQL injections video that we did not too long ago. You probably saw me do some Google dorking, and I said maybe I might make a video or something like that. So if we go in URL, it's in URL, and we're going to do, we want to look for PHP files. Now again, this is also like the file command too. So in URL, PHP, comma, and then we're just going to put ID equals something. Now again, that's going to actually blanket the entire web of what Google has cached and bring up every single result. Now again, you could combine this with the actual website. So let's just go ahead and click on this here, and let's copy the actual URL, and we'll go back here and I'll show you. So you can do this as a direct URL if you're working with a website. And let me just get rid of all this here at the end. And you can see again, it brings it up. So many of these Google Dorks are kind of redundant, and you'll learn that as you're using them. You can, do most of the stuff without entering in the actual, Google Dork itself. So, for instance, if we just wanted to look for Sadeco, whatever this site is here, we could actually probably take away this whole in URL thing here, and just go ahead and hit enter, and of course you can see it still comes up as well. So all of this is just now for the Sadeco website because we specified that. Again, if we just specified .php ID equals, you're going to see it's going to come up with everything, and again Sadeco is there as well. So let's go ahead and step down into the next one here. We're going to do intitle. Now I kind of like using intitle because sometimes when you have indexes of websites where they don't put like a index.html or index.php or index.asp or ASPX in that case, in the actual directory of where the file structure is, like you have certain CMSs that have an includes folder and stuff like that. If you don't dump a default index.html, it could be blank or .php or something in there, you can actually pull up a directory structure listing. That's bad because now we can actually step through directories. We can go through parent directories in some cases, and you can find all sorts of juicy details in there. Sometimes, text documents, PDFs, things that shouldn't normally be put out on the web unless they wanted to specifically link it to their site. I'll show you how that works as well. So I want to go to do intitle, and here we go. I'm just going to use one of the ones I was messing around with yesterday. So index of, that gives us a directory listing. Now you're going to notice it's in the title of the actual web page. So if we went ahead and clicked on this one here, let's just say, you could see it brings up the directory listing of Perry. Now if we went to parent directory, of course, it's probably just going to bring us right to the website, and yes, of course it did. But you can see here that they did not put an index.html or index.php in here as a specific just a blank page to prevent this type of directory listing from becoming public. So if we just went and went to go look at download.html, and you can see it's just a link to a download page, and we could click that, and it brings us right back into the directory of Perry. Now there's some exes in here. I probably wouldn't click any of those. Let's see here, is there any kind of PDFs? It's not really looking like it, and I'm not really going to step through all these directories, so let's go all the way back to Google. Now if I wanted to say look for everything with PDFs, remember if we looked in here we went with file type, right? So after index of, I'm going to put file type colon, and I'm going to put PDF, and let's go ahead and search that. Now you can see here this might bring us directly to the PDF. Okay, so let's see if there's anything else here. Yeah, that pretty much brings you right to the PDF. Now if I wanted to look for something that was a text file, just type in the extension here as text, and let's just go ahead and find, we'll click any of these links here. Now you can see this is linking you to a text file up here. Now if you wanted to say you're looking for a specific type of name of a file, for instance, let's see, whoops. Now you could just type in, this is short for password obviously, .text, and you can see that there's something in here, and it brings us into here. Now if we scroll down, it's usually in alphabetical order here. We can find the section where it's P, and if you looked at this here, obviously this is a honeypot, so they're tracking us right now, but be wary of that as well. In any case, you can see kind of how that works. If we went to, let's try this place here, and let's go to password.text, and of course this is probably another honeypot here as well. We'll not mess with this website anymore. But you can basically see that there's certain things you can do with this to click around and find things that aren't really normally supposed to be out there. And here you go. This is a perfect example. Now this wasn't a honeypot that I know of anyway, and it says password.text, and we clicked on that. It said password, which I think is German for password if I'm not mistaken, equals J. So now we have somebody's password. Whose is it? We don't really know. Let's try name.text and city.food. So who knows? Is that an admin login or something? Is that some sort of login for a mail system? We don't really know. A lot of times you'll find that anything with a BAK extension is like a backup. So you could see like let's go ahead and just click on this one here, and you can see that there's a bunch of different back files. Now I believe you can open those in Windows. I haven't tried it in Linux, to be honest with you, but I know that generally that's a Windows backup extension. So you could see here gshadow.back, that might be the shadow, this might be the shadow password.back. I mean, it's endless what you can find with Google Dorking. So I hope I'm not rambling on here, guys. I'm just trying to drive home the fact that Google Dorking is a pretty powerful tool for penetration testers and network security auditors, because we can narrow our search results down to a specific customer's website. If we were, let's say, I have a site that I'm going to use here, site, and I'm looking for in this site. I don't know. Let's see what kind of crafty search we can use here. Intitle, maybe we'll use, and we'll go in title, and we'll do, I don't know, admin. Let me get rid of this space here. Nothing came back for that. So let's try to put it in quotations. Maybe that's something that might help us. And of course, it's not coming back. So again, don't be surprised if you're not getting the results you want. It does take some crafty, searching. We could try to do index, see if that comes back with anything, and it's not. So that's pretty much the basics of Google Dorking, guys. Now, of course, you can expand upon this, like I said before, if we wanted to go to, let's just go to this website, look for something that we want to check out here. And let's go here. Okay, so maybe we're looking for a SQL injection or something. So of course we would do our ID equals, and then we would do the comma afterwards. And it doesn't look like this is susceptible to it, but again, guys, you could really go through this and do your own research. I hope to create a more advanced list for you, because there's a lot more to Google Dorking than just this basic stuff that I just went over. But do some of this, practice some of this. I'm going to probably upload this to our website, learnnetsec.com, in the download section, and put it out there for you guys so you have a copy of this. And the changes that we've made to the website recently, which quite a few people have asked me, is the download section. We put in a kind of like CrackStation for their password list. We've put in a donate, donateware links to the downloads, if you will. So it's just trying to really help pay for the hosting and the time and stuff spent on creating content and videos and things like that. We also have the main donations link up on the front page, which you can use PayPal securely and anonymously to make a donation of whatever amount you seem fit, which we've got quite a few into those guys. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. That definitely helps pay the bills here, putting this stuff together for you guys. So when you go to download something, it's going to pass you along to a PayPal page. I mean, most people donate at least $1. More the better, I guess. But I appreciate every little bit. Every little bit helps keep the project going, paying for the hosting, and my time to put out content. So I do appreciate that, guys. And again, I'd ask everybody to please try to refer your comments and questions over to our community page on the website, learnnetsec.com, because it's really kind of crazy to answer everything on Facebook and then stuff on Google Plus and stuff on Twitter and stuff on regular YouTube, and it just becomes really messy. And I'd really like to have a central point of questions and answers and help and support on our website. That's why I have the website up there. That's why I created the community for you guys, is to be able to learn and share together. And it really helps out to have everything centralized, so this way, in case somebody down the line has the same question, I can reference them to the forums, and they can go and check it out. And it saves me a little bit of grief having to explain it 150 times to 150 different people. So if you could do that, guys, the website's also always linked in the description, as well as our Facebook and Twitter pages. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe to our videos, and hope to have part 2 of this video out, Google Dorking, which is going to step into, again, a little bit more advanced dorks, to search a little bit further into stuff. But have fun with these, try it out. Again, obviously, guys, don't do anything illegal. I'm not responsible for anything you guys tend to do. So take this knowledge as you will. Hopefully you'll use it for good use, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.